And now, News 4's Weather Extra with meteorologist Ryan Duggar.
Welcome to Weather Extra, everyone. I'm meteorologist Ryan Duggar here with Kinsley Centaurs, and I believe that it is your birthday. Is that correct?
It is my birthday today. It's been a special day. Y'all made it feel so special. I came in to a dozen cupcakes, pink, of course, a birthday card, everyone signing it. It was nice, and the weather was gorgeous today.
It definitely was, and what she won't tell you is she's always bringing in cupcakes and letters for us when we have our birthdays, so it was time for us to return the favor. And I'm glad we made it a special day. And like you said, the weather was absolutely great.
So beautiful.
But you had the idea of, let's take a look at the weather that was in place for your first birthday.
Yeah, why not? Why not? I know I told Ryan that oftentimes that it rains on my birthday, and so I was lucky to see that today it was beautiful.
Yeah, so take us through what we were seeing for Birmingham that day. I believe you were born at St. Vincent's in downtown, is that right?
Yes, I was born in Birmingham, raised in Tuscaloosa County, living life here in the Wiregrass now. So it looks like the high was 77 and the low was 53. I think that's why I love the 70s so much. And look at that, total rainfall, 0. And I was so shocked when Ryan pulled this data because it always rains on my birthday. Fun fact, my 16th birthday, I couldn't even take my driver's license test because it was raining and storming that day. But it happens, and it looks like the record high was 84 in 1974, and the record low was 21.
Yeah, that would have been a very crazy morning to be born on, because that would
too
just
chilly.
Yeah, too chilly for that, but pretty comfortable for the afternoon. So that's a really nice day to welcome Kinsley into the world. So I thought that was pretty neat that we could pull these stats, and anyone for your birthday, as long as it's before 1965, you can pull these stats too. It's pretty incredible.
That's so interesting.
Right, exactly. So now that we're seeing that, we're going to be seeing more of the temperatures in those 70s, similar to how it was for your birthday. Temperatures today were around the middle to upper 70s for much of the area. Very different picture from what we saw yesterday, with temperatures around the upper 50s to lower 60s. Again, that heavy cloud cover and the rain departing kept us on the cool side, but now a very different picture for much of the southeast. And we'll continue seeing that over the next couple of days. More of that warmth gaining traction throughout the southeast. For Thursday, we'll likely see temperatures still around the lower to middle 70s, even with those showers and thunderstorms, while other areas that are remaining dry, temperatures close to those upper 70s. Then into the weekend, temperatures getting closer to the 80s or crossing into the 80s. So that's pretty good, especially if you're watching out for more of that warmth.
Yes, definitely. It's that time of year. Spring is just a few weeks away, so it's going to be good.
Yeah, exactly. I've been excited for more of this warmth as well, but even though we're excited for that, there's still the chance that we can still see more of those cool days as March continues, and meteorologist Zach Webster has more details on that.
We'll start to see some warmer temperatures settle into the region as we head throughout the month of March, but don't quite put that cooler weather gear away just yet. Since 1965, Dothan averages 12 days each March where that high temperature is cooler than 70 degrees. The March where we've seen the most number of those days was 1971, when we saw 22 days with those high temperatures cooler than 70 degrees. The least amount of those days, March of 2012, when we saw only 3 of those days cooler than 70 degrees. Even in the months of March where we saw single-digit days where those high temperatures cooler than 70 degrees, there were still some of those days where some of those high temperatures fell down into the 50s or even into the 40s. So while those numbers may get smaller, still expect to see some cooler high temperatures for at least a few days as we head throughout the month of March. The earliest last afternoon cooler than 70 degrees on record was in March 8th of 2020. The latest last afternoon rather, with temperatures cooler than 70 degrees, May 23rd, 1967. The average last afternoon cooler than 70 degrees in Dothan, you have to go on into April. That's April 16th.
That's right, we could see a little bit more of those cooler days, but with this warmth that is in place, that can help support severe weather, and I know we're watching out for that this weekend. We'll be sure to have more details on that just after the break.
And now, News 4's Weather Extra.
Welcome back to Weather Extra. You know, Kinsley, we were just talking about this over the break, and the trend continues. When we're together, we are always watching out for a severe weather setup.
Why does that always happen? It's such a bummer, but it's like a tradition too. I just hope that this system isn't going to be too severe and everyone's starting to make their plans now. What's it looking like?
Exactly. So what we've been watching out for, and David and the rest of the team have been watching out for this since last week. And so that's how we know that with each of these model runs, we've been pretty confident on what we'll see. But the first batch of energy that we are watching is starting to make its way into the California coastline. That will continue east, and as it does, it's going to be waiting for more of that warmth and energy available on Thursday afternoon to allow for some scattered showers and thunderstorms to develop. Likely going to be scattered in nature, but a couple of those thunderstorms mixed in, there could be enough energy for some of those storms to be pretty tall, and that allows for hail and also for some strong wind gusts. So that's the first thing for everyone to keep aware as we approach Thursday. But we'll likely see stronger weather for Saturday night into Sunday morning. And so after this passes through, we'll hold on to some of those clouds, and then we're going to be waiting for a more unifying line to develop farther off to our west, but that will likely make its way through the state late Saturday night into early Sunday morning. Our rough time frame is likely between 12 and 8 a.m. is the most active weather, and this seems to be a little bit more of a slower line that makes its way through. And so with that allows more time for these storms to organize. We could maybe even see storms packing hail, strong winds, and possibly tornadoes. We're kind of overdue for a tornadic event as well. And the biggest thing I wanted to mention is for this, I circled the word current for this window of time because we are still 5 days out. This will likely continue to change, but it's best that we let you know what we're watching out for. And of course, we'll keep you updated with this throughout the rest of the week as we get closer to the weekend.
And I know that you said we're still 5 days out and it could change, but just keep in mind that it is going to be between right now 12 and 8. So have a way to have a plan in place for you and your family, a way to get those alerts with your phone, that First Alert weather app, or the NOAA weather radio too, if in case it's an overnight system.
Exactly. It's always those pre-dawn hours. But that's it for Weather Extra. We'll have more tomorrow.